Hey guys, Brian Karp, Sales Giant. This is the Karp Chronicles week 10. Bringing a little bit early to you guys. It's Saturday morning. Everyone's still sleeping. A busy weekend, but wanted to get this out for you guys. So, first thing I did last week, or still this week, but was Monday, was the Karp family bought a legal 4-family a few months back. And I've been very lucky. I think I talked to you guys about this. And right now I have 3 out of 4 of the units vacant, and I have the last person leaving at the end of the month. Like, that's a huge win because all of the big multifamily that I purchased in Long Island, I've never been able to receive it vacant. So to me, that's a home run. I brought my first contractor in, and the quote was astronomical. In my head, I first started with $100,000. I was thinking like 20 grand a unit. And then I was like, all right, maybe because I'm going to put a new roof on, maybe I'm, under budgeting it. So then I moved it up to like 125. And I always have I look at every single day the cash we have on hand to run the portfolio and run our investments. And that sits on my desk and I check that every morning. So I allocated that kind of money. I generally don't buy something if I don't already have the renovation allocated. Brought the contractor in and he gave me a quote for $215,000. And I was blown away because if you do 215 divided by 4, that's $53,000 a unit. And I'm not doing these Taj Mahal style. I'm doing these very much like rent ready. So I brought another contractor in who I have a great relationship with, and we kind of looked at it, and we don't need to do as much. He's going to leave some of the windows. One of the bathrooms is in great shape. The other one he's just going to clean up. So first, I hope he doesn't see this because I don't want to give away the quote. I'm hoping he can bring it in like 100, 120. I'll have to move money from other buckets, but so we'll see. I did meet him on Friday, which was a few days ago. He said he'll go back on Tuesday and by the end of next week, give me a quote. Generally, I've learned from contractors, the quotes take longer. And I'm hoping, we're in March, I am hoping I could have this completely renovated and I could have my non-for-profit taking over the property. I'm trying to be conservative. I really wanted April. And then in my head, I was like April 15th, but May 1st is more realistic. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted with that. But I got each unit in my head with the non-for-profit rented for $2,250, which will be $9,000 a month in revenue. I did take financing on this building. This is only the second property in Long Island that we have financing on out of 20 properties. And this one I did a 15-year mortgage on it. So we'll be cash flow around $35,000 to $4,000 a month on this property, which is fabulous. And it's going to be, what it is I'm building another bucket. I'm 41 right now, so I want to have a bucket at 55 that opens up even more income at that time, right? Because I'll hopefully have grandkids at that time and I want to be able to bless them and help them. So we have the portfolio here that's basically paid for. Now I'm building something that adds a little bit more income today, but really is it going to be a tremendous revenue stream in a decade from now. And that's what I'm going to hopefully grab one more asset in Long Island this year. I have a 4-family that I've been speaking with the owner direct. She was going to sell it. I was going to bring it on market to her. And now she's saying she's going to get clobbered with taxes. So I said, well, why don't you owner finance it to me? So we'll see if I can work that out. If not, I'll keep my eyes open. I'm really would like to grab one more in 25. It's early yet, but I always like to try to buy 2. And I'm not buying any more like single families. You'd really have to talk me into a 2-family. It's got to be 3, 4 units. I got to scale this portfolio here in New York. Monday, I also went into Queens. I have an amazing listing in Queens that's on a double lot. I did a lot of research about it, speaking with the city. It looks like you could leave the pre-existing house and put 2 single families there. So I finally have an accepted offer. I met with the developer there. He wanted to see it. Hold on. At the condo, did you give you the wrong? I did give you the wrong key. Okay. Oh, that's another listing I have for you guys coming, but we'll get back to it. I don't want to mess up the video. So I met with him there. He wants 2 weeks to do some due diligence. So we're trying to work out with the attorneys where he wants a guarantee that the seller is going to sell, but he also wants 2 weeks to do some due diligence so we don't shop his deal. if another offer comes in that's higher before someone's in contract, the seller has the right to jump. So he's concerned about that. Seller's concerned that he doesn't want to give up 2 weeks of marketing. So we're trying to see what we could pull out that makes sense. Other things that I did last week, I had a Zoom call with a potential new limited partner. As you guys know, I have a syndication that I am actively right now in contract on a 36 unit, and I'm actively fundraising. So this gentleman was thinking of coming in as a partner. Turns out he's got a lot of equity in one of his investment properties in Connecticut. So I found him a great broker. I have amazing relationships outside of Long Island. I found him an amazing broker. He's gonna sell that house. It was like a college rental. And what I see, and I don't wanna say that this is always the case, but if you're just putting your toe in the water in real estate, it generally does not become that successful. Listen, you're never gonna lose in real estate if you hold it long enough, but if you're just putting your toe in, what I mean is like you're just grabbing one property, like, and you running another business, or you have a really busy full-time job or a family, it's gonna be hard. So he had a property in Connecticut, his daughter was living in it, probably did well, and then he hired a property management company, they rented it out, and it didn't work out. And that's the same story I hear constantly. If you don't have your finger on the asset, or you're not all in on it, like I'm doing this 24/7, it's Saturday morning at 5 a.m. and I'm up doing real estate in all the different capacities. So he's gonna sell it. My hope is that he will invest with us in Tennessee because we're actively fundraising for this 36 unit, which I'm super excited about because it is a 4-minute ride from my other 51. And we're on our way to 100, right? That was the goal in the first 18 months, to get 100 doors under management. Last week, I met Madison Specs. Madison Specs is my cost segregation study company. I have a 5-family in Sayville and a 2-family in St. James that I walked them through. It was a little bit of a shit show because some of the keys I had didn't work. That's my fault as a landlord. I should have codes on every door. And then it was also a little disappointing because I don't go to the portfolio every month. So I saw some things that needed to be fixed. So I had to send it to my handyman. I go outside the dumpster, there's like furniture everywhere. So I'm literally breaking up furniture and throwing it in the dumpster. But those 2 cost segs are gonna give me $350,000 in losses that I'm going to carry forward and put towards my income in 24. So that's huge. And we also did a cost seg on my 51 unit in Tennessee. And as the general partner, right, basically the leader of that property, I will get some depreciation too. So all in, that was a very a good decision to do 2 more cost segs on that. Then the same night, I had an award ceremony for Coldwell Banker. So I was honored as, again, the #1 real estate agent in Long Island. That's out of sales volume and transactions. And then the #1 Coldwell Banker American Homes agent. I think #1 like in New York, maybe even New York State. I don't know. And then they say 1% in the world. I don't know where they get all the facts. It was great. It was more for my team. I'm done with awards. Like, you guys are in my office and I don't want to move the camera, but all I have is awards up, and I love them, and I love being surrounded by them. And I actually have empty shelves because I want to bring in, if you see up there, that top shelf is empty because I want to bring in more stuff. But I'm not an awards guy. I don't need it, especially 2 months after the year is done, or 3 months. I'm already on to 25, what we can do, what we could build. But it was great for my team to get the recognition. And then also I got a chance to do a little speech at the end, and I kind of spoke about my mantra that I've been using at the end of 24 and a lot of 25, which is like, why not me? So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I get nervous sometimes when I move into new things, right? When I first bought the first 51 unit in Tennessee, I was nervous. And some of the new things that I'm doing in 25, I didn't even tell you that me and my partners are building a 5,000 square foot office building. So I got a lot of big things moving. I'm looking at another 44 unit. I'm about to take on a renovation of this 4-family that hopefully isn't 200 grand. So I got a lot of things doing, plus selling everyone's house that I love, which is so much fun. So sometimes I get nervous, but then I say to myself, why not me, right? Like, say that to yourself. Like, there's nothing different between me and any of these other people that have had so much success or have all of this amazing, great things. So when I say it, I always feel better, right? I go like this. why not me? And then so I did a whole speech about that. And then I also said to everyone, why not you? And I'm talking to you who's watching this video. Why not you, right? Why can't you have everything you want in this world? And then why not us? So that's my new mantra. Why not me? Why not you? Why not us? So I did that speech. And I really said, I appreciate being honored, but I'm not here playing to be the number one agent. And that was never my goal. I'm sitting here playing for financial freedom. I'm playing for generational wealth. I am playing to take care of my family forever. I am playing to take care of Brody and Brock's grandkids, right? I am playing the ultimate game, which is generational wealth. And I'm here to change the Karp family. And that was kind of my speech. And then someone came up to me at the end and was like, I'm coming for your number one spot. And I was like, did you listen to my speech? I'm not playing for number one. You could have number one. I'm playing for the assets. I'm playing for the streams of income. I'm playing for the happiness, right? I'm playing for the love, the relationships. But they didn't get it. Then the next day, I woke up super early and I filmed 3 podcasts for the Brick by Brick podcast. That's our podcast about multifamily and Tennessee investment, which was really cool. We did it behind the bricks. So we finally finished up the entire deep dive into the Grove, our 51 unit. So that was awesome. And then I had 2 seller meetings, putting a condo on in Fairfields. These things are valuable. It needs a little updating, but it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, middle of the community. Fairfield's a 55 and older community in St. James. $430,000. Where can you get? And taxes are like 2 G's. No brainer. So that's hopefully going to go on the market next week. The owner, who's a really nice woman, just said to me she gave me the wrong key. So I think she's going to change it out of the lockbox. At the condo, did give you the wrong key. Tried to open the box with the code you gave it. Doesn't open. We'll go back to clean out and guess if you get a key workout. She'll have to give me a new key there. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll tell her how to do it. It's hard. I showed her. Actually, I had a video on my phone showing how to open the lockbox. The face opens up. So I met with her. Then I'm also putting on a Nest concert, Sachem Schools. I sold this family the house 7 years ago. I love that because when I sold it to this young family, they didn't have a kid yet. Great story about them. We'll save it for another video, but he was a little nervous about buying it. It was like the most expensive house in that area. And it's funny because when I was done selling it, I was like, he might have overpaid for it a little bit at that time. Turnkey house, big colonial. Jessi's saying, call me, so I got to finish this up. Hold on, let me just tell her 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. See if that buys it, and then I'll finish this up. So, beautiful house. It's got a studio apartment in the garage. The apartment's not legal, but the garage CO is legal. It's got dueling staircases. That's going to come on the market in like 2 weeks. And then I just put on a house that every single one of you know about. I passed it. It's on Southern Boulevard. It's this gorgeous Victorian, like over the top woodwork and the peaks of the roofs. She also has an accessory apartment, a 1-bedroom. It's not legal, but the space is CO'd and legal. So it's awesome. It's beautiful. So I'm excited about that. I also have a house in 3 Village, a colonial, going on the market, $750 this week on Monday. Gonna fly. Beautiful, brand new kitchen on a double cul-de-sac or an entrance to a cul-de-sac. I also have Rocky Point. This one, they have a studio, not a studio, 1-bedroom apartment. They took the entire 2-car garage, finished it. It's all CO'd and a bedroom, and they added a bedroom up top. And that's all done. It's not a legal apartment, but the space is CO'd. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up, share it, write me a comment. Someone made fun of me for wearing a t-shirt and no sleeves, but I'm doing this in my spare time. When you see me professional, I'm always in a suit and tie. All right, guys, share this. Number 10.